Hey friends, welcome back to Nook. So today's video is sponsored by Cricut and I am genuinely excited to partner with them because today we're making something beautiful and meaningful for our home. Today we're bringing heart, soul, and a little Cricut magic into our space because I believe decor should speak to you, literally. Okay guys, on this channel we get right to the point, so let's jump right into it. But first, if you're new on this channel, I would love it if you can hit that subscribe button and join our family. You're welcome here. And for my returning subscribers, thank you so much for sticking with me. Now to our video. Throw pillows aren't just cute. Okay, they are cute, but they are also little storytellers. So today, I'm using my Cricut Explore 3 and EasyPress 3 to create personalized pillows that speak life, truth, and peace into our home. Each one carries a quote that's gotten me through different seasons of life. Joy, change, reflection, and even chaos. Words have power, and Cricut is going to help me bring them to life today. So I'm opening up Cricut Design Space and I'm going to start by creating a new project. For this first pillow, I'm using the quote, "Breathe, you're exactly where you're meant to be." This spoke to me. I'm thinking of putting this one on a soft linen cover, so I want the font to feel light and calming. But first, before we finish up and move on to the pillows, let's finish up with the quotes on Cricut Design Space. I will go ahead and type the rest of the quotes that I will be doing today. I'll be doing 4 of them. So the first one is "Breathe, you're exactly where you're meant to be." I'll also have "Rooted in purpose, blooming with grace." And another one will be "Let your soul rest where it feels safe." And "Home is not a place, it's a feeling." So just watch as I do this. Now that I'm done with my quotes, it's time for me to find the correct font and images for my pillows. So I usually scroll through a few different fonts and images options to find the one that matches the vibe. Cricut has over 700 fonts and hundreds of thousands of images to select from, which makes it hard to choose a favorite. But once I've picked a font, in this case I used the BFC Vintage Champagne font. I resized the quote and adjust the line spacing so it will fit nicely on the front of the pillow. I also make sure to insert the images that I want for each quote to actually blend very well with what the quote was actually saying. All of these images are on Cricut Design Space. If you subscribe to Cricut Access, you get access to over 1 million ready-to-use images along with 7,000 plus projects and 700 fonts on Cricut Design Space. So there is a lot to choose from. So now that I am satisfied with the images and the font that I've chosen, I will go ahead to group them so that they are centered and it's visually appealing, just so it feels balanced when pressed. So I'll repeat the same process for each one of the quotes I want to use, and I will go ahead to send this for cutting. Cricut Design Space makes it really easy to preview everything before cutting. As you can see, I love being able to visualize exactly how it's going to look on the fabric. So I'll be using this Smart Iron-On for this project. And like I had mentioned from the start of this video, I'm using the Cricut Explore 3 to cut out my quotes, and then the Cricut EasyPress 3 to transfer everything onto the fabric, as I will show you as the video progresses. But first, I will go ahead to load my Smart Iron-On vinyl into my Cricut Explore 3 for cutting. Just watch as I do this. Watching my Cricut Explore 3 go to work is the most satisfying thing ever for me. Alright, so I always love to watch how this does this. It is so easy and just very satisfying to watch. And the end result spectacular. Just a quick point to note here, if you're using the smart iron on vinyl, you make sure to place the material shiny side down, and you will get this prompt as well from Cricut Design Space. So once I was done, once the Cricut Explore 3 was done with cutting out my codes and my images, I went ahead to weed them out prior to using my Cricut EasyPress 3, as you would see. Just keep watching. I really love how everything turned out so far, and right now we're going to go on to our EasyPress. And if you haven't tried the EasyPress yet, sis, what are you doing? It's a game changer. No pressure points, no guesswork, just beautiful, even presses every single time. But also, if you haven't tried this before, sis, I'm here to show you how, okay? And this is the point where I show you how easy and fun the EasyPress 3 is. First, you have to download the Cricut Heat app. So here is the Cricut Heat app on my phone. I'll go ahead and open that. Pairing the app to your EasyPress is very easy and pretty self-explanatory. Before pressing, I always use the Cricut Heat app like I mentioned. You just need to select the material you're using and your base surface. And it tells you exactly what temperature and time to use. Easy, right? It takes out all the guesswork, honestly. I used to be nervous about messing things up, but now I have no worries. All of what I'm going to say right now is pretty much what the app will tell you to do, so it's so straightforward. First off, it will ask you to actually heat up your base material, which is what I'm currently doing. So I am heating up one of the pillowcases, or throw pillows. So I'm currently heating the base surface, and once the time down is done, I will go ahead to place one of the coats in design. As you can see, you want to make sure that this is properly aligned, because once that is on there, you cannot take it out once you have this pressed on. It is permanent, okay? So once I was satisfied with how that looked, next step was to actually press on using my EasyPress 3, as you can see me doing. And once you've done pressing the front, you have to flip this over and press on the back as well, which is what I am currently doing. This is the final step. The peel and the reveal. Okay, so that is basically it. That is how my pillow turned out. I will go ahead and do this for the rest of the pillows, and I can't wait to show you the final reveal. Just keep watching. There is something so special about creating custom or personalized items that is unique to just you and speaks to your soul, like these do to me. From start to finish, the whole process is so smooth. Cricut really makes it easy to go from idea to finished piece in no time. Don't you agree? So I placed this in my living room, but you can also place them in your bedroom, places I unwind, reflect, or just binge watch a good series. Now, every glance reminds me to breathe, stay rooted, and rest where I feel safe. This is what I love about Cricut. It is not just a craft tool. It is a storytelling tool. It helps me create beauty with meaning. Whatever words matter most to you, affirmations, scriptures, song lyrics, you name it, you can turn them into something you'll see and feel every day, like I just did with my throw pillows. So if you've got favorite quotes, affirmations, scriptures, don't just keep them in your journal, guys. Put them where your heart can see them. Cricut makes that possible. Which quote spoke to you the most? Drop it in the comments section. I would love to know which of these resonated with you. And if you're feeling inspired to make your own, all the Cricut tools I used are linked right here while you're watching, and also down in the description box below. Okay, so with that said, until next time, stay rooted, stay inspired, and happy pressing, guys.